Alright there, YouTube and fellow airsofters, this is phase 5 of 6. This phase is entitled Extras. Basically on this video here we're going to be going over everything extra that I put on the gun, real steel parts, Punisher parts, the magazine harness, and so on and so on. But basically what I'm going to do now is get the gun situated in a position where I can further explain what I put on and what I didn't, and we'll go from there. Alright there, YouTube. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the front and work my way back, and we'll do it that way. So starting with the front, what I have installed here is a QD swivel sling mount, the wide style. It runs from here to here. It takes up 2 Picatinny spots. Basically I put this on here this way I can add a harness to it, and or sling, and basically I just chose that because it was the best way to go. It swivels, it moves, it comes on and off as I would need it, but that's basically the only thing extra I put on the front of the rifle. So let's move on our way back to the body of the gun, and I'll start explaining that. Alright, so this here is the body of the gun. Basically on this side, everything you see on here extra with the Punisher is real steel. So this is a real steel dust cover made for a real AR. What I like about this dust cover is it has it while it's open and closed. It says the Punisher with the skull. I like that. I also have the Punisher knuckled body pins in the front and the back, along with the Punisher mag release button here. I like this a lot. This is actually the second one I bought for this. I bought a different one before, but I didn't care for it too much because it was a little bit longer, like this. And basically with it being that long, it pushed the mag release out too far, and if it would get caught, it wouldn't want to come back in all the way. So that's the mag release extension button I went with. Of course I went with the Punisher sticker on the mag wheel like usual. I chose gray for this one just because I thought it blended in nicely. Now these here are the anti-rotational pins. I was having problems finding them in the US for WE, so these are real steel. I had to drill out the end behind it so it would fit over the fake body pin for the WE, but I got it in there nice. It works fine, and like I said, they have a nice feel and look to them due to the fact that they are real steel. Once again, a body pin in the back here, and back here on the forward assist I have the Punisher forward assist cover, which also looks nice. So from here let's move on to the charging handle. Alright there everybody, now for the charging handle I went with a real steel charging handle, and I did the WE modification on it. Now for the charging handle I went with a Punisher tactical charging handle grip latch over here, And on the charging handle itself, it has 3 Punisher skulls. Let me lock the bolt open here. It has 3 Punisher skulls, and it says Punisher on the back here. I love this charging handle just to the fact of the matter of I've never seen one with so many skulls on it with the Punisher look. But let me do the mag release here. Alright, and I'll show you the real steel modification that has to be done on it in order for it to work for WE, because WE real steels don't work perfectly with the charging handle. And basically, if you look on the end of the charging handle, what I do is I drill a hole through the charging handle, and then I put a self-tapper screw in there, and then I grind it down to where I would need it to be for the charging handle to work for WE. It's a real easy modification, piece of cake, anybody can do it, but that's basically how it works. This is the charging handle for it, the latch, and real steel. There you go. Moving on, we're going to move on to the other side of the gun now. Alright everybody, on this side of the gun, once again we have the real steel anti-rotational pins on there, and believe it or not, I was able to find a Magpul bad lever with the Punisher skull engraved on it. I also have the Punisher etched mag release over here, and once again I have the Punisher decal on the mag well. Now this here was a sweet find. This bad lever is a little expensive. I paid, I think it was $40 for that itself, but I just had to have it because how often do you see a Punisher bad lever? And also underneath here I also have the Punisher trigger guard. I had the winter guard on there, which I had on there and I really didn't care for. This one here is the Magpul style trigger guard with the Punisher logo, and this one here is the winter style. It's bigger to make your winter gloves fit in there, and I just didn't like the way it felt due to the fact that it came down so low that it started messing with the grip, and I didn't like the way it felt in my hand, so I did away with that and went with the Magpul one instead, and the Magpul one feels much better with this grip on here. So if you're going to do that, make sure with this grip you don't put this on here because it gets in the way with your finger grip right here. But that's that, and basically let's move on to the back here and show you what I did with the QD sling on the back. Alright everybody, so basically on the back here, what I decided to do is, if you remember correctly, the stock here used to have this here smooth cover on the bottom that covered up the Picatinny rail system. Basically what I did is I took that off and I decided to put a QD sling swivel on the bottom here. This way I can at least run the sling, and it works perfect just for the fact of the distance from the front to the back. You can also move this back too and still have enough room for your monopod if you decided to do that. I'm not planning on putting a monopod on here, so this is perfect for me, and like I said, I love it. It doesn't hit neither, so it's even better. But basically that's just the back swivel sling. So moving on, we're going to check out the magazine and the sling that I've chosen. Alright, now during the build, I've had a lot of input, which I appreciate from everybody. I love input because it gives me better ideas and gives me other options to look into. One of the things that people were inputting on was the 20 round short magazine, and I decided to order one. I got mine from Airsoft Global because they were just hard to find, and this here is basically it. This is the 20 rounder. And I actually got the version 2. Wasn't expecting it, but this is a version 2. As you can see at the bottom there, 20 round magazine. So basically, it gives the gun more of a sleek look and low profile, more of a sniper style look. Get it in there. There you go. And I actually love the way it looks, and I appreciate your ideas on this one because it looks so much better with that little short magazine. Now I'm gonna have to go out and freaking order more of these because I really don't care for it now with the bigger magazines. It looks so much better with this. Thanks everybody for putting in your 2 cents on that. I really appreciate it. Also, for a sling, I asked everybody what kind of sling I should get. A lot of people were saying the MS3 and MS2. I already have one, but I wanted something different and more of a sniper style sling. So basically I went with this sling here. This is a 3-point Spectre 3 sling from Spectre. They make it. If you ever seen one of these before, I might have to do a review on it. These slings are very nice. There's probably, I'd say, 6 different ways to carry your rifle with this sling, and it makes it so much more, how can I say, maneuverable with the sling due to the fact of you have so many different positions. You got African position, American position, ready steady position, carrying position, storage position. This sling gives you so many more options than the Magpul one would, and I really like this. Somebody in the first video, I believe, gave me this idea for the Spectre 3, and I checked it out and I fell in love with it, so I went and got it. But basically this is all the extras that I'm putting on the rifle, and I appreciate everybody's input. This is the finished product, the finished build, and basically there's one more video. It's going to be phase 6 of 6, which is next week, and it's going to be the conclusion video. And after that, that'll be it. But basically this bad boy is done. Getting ready to go out and field test it and put down some rounds and see how she works. And once again, I appreciate everybody for following with the build, giving me some ideas, putting in their thoughts, and going along with me. Thanks a lot. Next week, phase 6, conclusion.